Hello and welcome once again to Ignite Your Impact. My name is Jen Rhodes. I am actually, unfortunately, solo this week. Matt is traveling. As you know, I've been a little under the weather, so I'm sorry for our 2-week hiatus, but I am feeling so much better now, you guys, and I actually have a voice without hacking my brains out. So you got me today as I'm fixing my makeup on camera. Make sure you go to YouTube and watch me fix my makeup. I want to jump in. When this episode drops, we will still be in February. And that time of year is usually about the time where my phone really starts to ring. Spring break's coming up. Jen, I waited until after January. I wanted to get through the holidays. I wanted to get through January. And then February took over. I don't know, wherever you're listening from, I don't know if you guys are in Kansas City or not, but Kansas City has had 3 weeks worth of snow, which is very rare for us. And it's almost as if things have kind of halted because the kids have been out of school so much. I've noticed that so much. I want to say they've been in school, 10 total days so far in February, which that's crazy because it's the 20th when I'm recording this. So it's just kind of stalled out, right? And I've already started seeing an uptick in people reaching out all right, okay, spring break's right around the corner. I've got 30 days. What do I do? Can I even do something in 30 days? I'm going to drop this today. I hope you write everything down and save it because this is going to be gold, guys. I did a very similar training on my Facebook profile, and people have been getting huge results so far. And if you want access to that free training, shoot me a DM. Drop the word in the comments here. However you can get to me, make sure you reach out. But what if I told you that getting shredded in just 30 days isn't about just killing yourself? It isn't about starving on some crazy diet. It isn't about a shot. It isn't about following the latest celebrity trend. It's not a detox or a T-tox. No. The real blueprint, the one that actually works, is way simpler than you think. And the best part is it fits into a very busy life. So whether you're a parent, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're both, right? Or if you're just someone who's tired of spinning their wheels on things that don't actually work, or they work and you put everything back on plus some. I've had 2 people reach out this week on that. And I'm going to hit on the program that they were successful and quote unquote failed on. But by the end of the episode, you will have an exact step-by-step game plan to drop fat, to build muscle, and to actually keep your results long-term. I preach this to my clients. I do not have lifelong clients, and that's a good thing. I teach them what they need to know so that they can sustain it for the rest of their life. 90% of my clients who quote unquote graduate still have their results. Wrap your head around that. Think about every other plan that you've ever tried. What happened? Did it come back? Just think about it. Does this sound too good to be true? Guys, I want you to stick with me because I'm breaking it all down and you do not want to miss this. And I'm going to really blow your mind later. It's going to feel too good to be true. And I'm here to tell you it's not. It's real. It's the truth. But I want to share 2 clients and 2 completely different results. Same goal. They wanted to get shreddy. They wanted to lose some inches. They wanted to look jacked on spring break or on the beach. One crushed it. And the other didn't exactly go as planned. Now, I will tell you, they are not, one is an actual client of mine, the other is a client of my gym. Deal when I say clients. 2 members. Haha, better. Language is important. But I want to start with my first member. We'll call him Mike. Mike, if you're listening, I'm calling you out, bro. Mike did a pretty extreme plan. Is it logical? Parts of it is pretty logical, but it's pretty extreme. It's pretty hard, if you know what I'm saying. And Mike came in gung-ho, fired up, ready to go hard for 75 days. Have you caught on yet? Yeah? Got it. Okay. But instead of finding sanity and sustainability in the plan, he jumped into this fad. 2-a-days. Like sometimes 3-a-days. Crazy amounts of cardio, hard cardio, and an ultra restricted diet. Gave everything up for that entire plan. So proud of him. Man, that's hard. You must have crazy motivation. What's the word I'm looking for? Not regimented. I'll think of it. I don't know the word. Oh, dedication. Right? Oh my God, you're so dedicated. His routine was 2-a-days. He lifted in the morning and then HIIT sessions, or like he usually ran outside at night. Less than 1,500 calories a day. Guys, I'm on 1,500 calories a day and I'm only 5 foot. Cut carbs completely. No alcohol. Because carbs make you fat, right? And living on caffeine and pre-workouts instead of actual food. Like caffeine fueled this entire motivational period. And guess what? He dropped a ton of weight fast. He looked good. He felt good. He looked lean at the end of the 30 days. He actually went 75. But he was miserable. He was exhausted. And he couldn't wait to eat normal food again. He trained for the vacation, not the lifestyle, right? And what happens when you go on vacation? You just go off the rails. As soon as this challenge was over, he went berserko and was so depleted and deprived that his cravings went through the roof. And within a year, he put every single pound back on. And then some. How healthy does that sound? How sustainable does that sound? But why did he put it back on? Because it's not sustainable. You're only training to the finish line. You're not training to run through the finish line. How do you know what to do when you're done? Do you just go back to where you used to be? Well, clearly that wasn't smart for him because he just went right back, right? His plan relied on suffering. Hard, not strategy. Is there a strategy with this plan? A little, but it's not sustainable. He treated fat loss like a sprint and not the marathon that it actually is. Now, I want to talk about another client, and I'm going to call her out by name, and I pray you're listening because you need your flowers, girl. I want to talk about Chrissy. I've dropped her names a couple of times. Chrissy used to be one of my boot campers, religious. For almost 15 years, she's taken these HIIT classes, and she is a beast. She is a beast. She went out of town last summer. I think she went to her cousin's and went to a CrossFit gym with her cousin. It was a pretty packed gym. And the coach walked up to her and goes, "Do you do this normally?" She's like, "Well, I train." He's like, "You're awesome." Like, she totally kept up with the entire class. Like, she's been doing CrossFit for years. And in a way, she has. But she never had the body that she wanted. She worked her fucking face off. worked her face off. The hardest boot camper I've ever had to train. She is so diligent and strong. But she finally said, okay, Jen, I've been listening to you. I've been really listening for about 3 years. I think I'm ready to have a conversation. And I said, great, you have to give up the boot camps. They're keeping you trapped. They're keeping you trapped. They're not allowing your body to rest, and you're not going to be able to build the muscle that you need to achieve this fat loss. Are you a beast physically? Yes. Are you fast? Yes. Do you have endurance? Yes. But are you at the physique that you want? No. Because you're not following that proper strategy. You're following a strategy to be able to keep up with CrossFit people. It's not wrong. It just wasn't the right strategy for her goal. So I started her on the 10-day fat blast, just teaching these principles. Just give me 10 days. And if the scale doesn't budge in 10 days, you can tell me to go to hell and we can go right back into boot camps. But it didn't. She saw results quick. I don't know what losing 5 pounds in 10 days would do for your psyche. I don't know what feeling stronger in 10 days would do for your psyche. But think about if you did it for 30. And we just applied these basic principles that I'm about to teach. She's been with me now for 2.5 months. Well, let's start with her. Her 10-day results, she lost 5 pounds and an inch off her tummy. In 30 days, 7 pounds total and 7 inches. What? She only lost 2 more pounds and 6 inches. What? She's hooked. She's like, I'm in. In 2.5 months of lifting like this, of training like this, less intensity, she's down 12 pounds. She actually reached out to me about 3 weeks ago. She's like, oh, the scale stopped. I don't think something's working. I said, okay, let's come in and scan. She's down 12 inches total. What? That's mind-blowing. In 60 days, it was 70. We'll be exact. It was 70 days. 12 pounds down, 12 inches gone. What would you give to lose 12 double digits inches off your body? I'm slamming something on the desk. I'm sorry. I'm getting very distracted. Here's the kicker. She's eating more food now than she was last summer, when she was starving herself, doing 5 classes a week. And my classes are hard. I don't even exercise in my classes. Why? Because they're hard. I don't like to work out that way. There's no magic formula here, guys. We're not doing any crazy hacks. She's just lifting, she's moving, she's fueling her body, and she's being consistent. And I got to tell you, I have members coming up to me knowing that she's done my boot camps for years. I have men and women coming up to me like, holy shit, what is Chrissy doing? She looks phenomenal. And I just smile. I'm like, she's listening to me. Finally. She's doing all the work herself. She's doing less work, and that's what I love about this. Now, here's where most people mess this up. Most people fall for the celebrity diets or the influencer nonsense. Oh my God. I've had 3 people like, should I take creatine? I'm like, stop it. Let's do your macros first. If you're not actually doing a pre-workout meal, what is creatine going to help you with? Fuel. I'm like, so's food. Start there. Start with the basics. Because some actress says intuitive eating got shredded. If I hear one more influencer that talks like this, oh my God, I did this. If you're not watching on YouTube, please go. I'm doing the stupid influencer hand thing. They're like, I got snatched. That influencer also has a chef and a coach and a contract making sure she does the work. What actually works? Consistency. Any legit fit pro, any fit pro that is not exercising on Instagram, we're actually just sitting here with our knowledge, trying to teach, is going to tell you this. Whether it's Hugh Jackman, Chris Pratt, The Rock, or any Victoria's Secret model, it all comes down to the 3 points I'm about to drop. Number 1, strength train like you mean it. You will never get where you want to go with 15-pound weights. It is aggravating to me. It is aggravating to me. Strength train like you mean it. And if you don't have enough to keep advancing, every 3 weeks, go join a gym. There's some out there that are $10 a month and they're everywhere. Strength train like you mean it. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean like, no. 8 to 10 reps of maybe 5 to 6 exercises. And the rep number 8, 9, or 10 of every single set that you do should feel like you are stuck in cement. Where you're just like struggling to get it up. Yes, that's intensity. If you want to drop body fat and look like you actually lift, you need strength training with moderate rest between sets. What does that mean? 60 to 90 seconds. You want a real game changer? Rest 2 minutes. Don't hate on the people that are resting. Ask if you can work in with them, because you better have a 2-minute rest too. And then you guys can like share and be friends and gym buddies. But why? Why do we do this? Because muscle is the only thing standing in between you and looking like a smaller, softer version of yourself. I don't want to be the flabby granny. I want muscle tone. I want to look like my mom when I'm her age. She's a little badass. Little Leanne the badass. To get there, I would train 4 to 5 times a week. No, just train 4. Lift like you mean it 4 days a week. Focus on compound movements, squats, deadlifts, presses, rows, hinges, twists, right? Do a push, do a pull, do a hinge, do a twist. If you don't know what that means, reach out. I'm happy to teach. I love teaching this shit. Hitting each muscle group at least twice a week. And I would rest just long enough to let my heart rate come down slowly, but not get lost in my phone. I like 90 seconds. After about 90 seconds to 2 minutes, that should be enough time to gain enough energy for that next set. You don't need 90-minute gym marathons. A solid 45 to 60-minute plan done efficiently is more than enough to create the muscle that you need to get to the next step. It will get your metabolism cranking. Number 2, LISS cardio. LISS, not trendy HIIT madness. Don't do it. Please trust me here. LISS, low intensity steady state. What does that mean? Get on a treadmill and just walk. Do it after you lift. Get your steps. Love LISS cardio. And I know that the fitness industry loves to shove HIIT down your throat because it torches calories fast. And yes, it has its place if that's your goal. Not torching calories, but if you want to be fit and have endurance and that, if you want to be able to keep up in a CrossFit class, yes, HIIT's where it's at. Love it. Go. But if you're training for physique, I can tell you, it's going to destroy the muscle that you're trying to create. You are shooting yourself in the foot by doing HIIT. It's the first thing I take away. I take away running. I take away burpees. Why? It's too high intensity. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. LISS cardio, low intensity steady state, 3 miles an hour and just walk. If you got little legs like me, you can go a little bit faster. Do it after you lift. You're already in a high caloric burn state because of lifting heavy. Well, can I do cardio while I lift? No, it's counterproductive. We lift and rest to create the muscle. The low intensity steady state burns the fat because you are already in a high caloric burn state. Now, if you want to be skinny fat, go for it. Hit it up. Hit it up. Some of the fittest people that love their HIIT workouts still have a belly. Why? Well, first, because they don't listen to me, but whatever. It's too intense. It's counterproductive. You're burning calories, but you're burning your muscle. So after I lift, I'm walking. Or I'm doing the stair climber. That godforsaken stair climber. You do not have to kill yourself with endless sprints. Just move consistently, daily. That's what works. And number 3, you need to eat like someone who lifts. Do you see The Rock eating carbs? Yes. Why? Because it helps in the gym. My favorite meal every day. I look forward to this meal. I'm so hyperfixated on it right now, you guys. 2 slices of Ezekiel bread toast, 2 eggs over medium, couple of slices of avocado, some red pepper flakes, and sun-dried tomatoes. Holy shit. Try it. It is amazing what it does for me in the gym in terms of fuel. Why? Carbs. Well, Jen, don't you want protein too? Sure. That's what the eggs are for. The avocado's for a little bit of fat. The red pepper flakes are just because I'm sexy. It's delicious. It's so good. It's so good. Throw a little arugula on it. Oh, stop it. So good. Delish. Eat like someone who lifts. Here's where 95% of people screw this up. They lift heavy, they do their cardio, and then they eat like a rabbit or a toddler on a sugar rush. To get totally shredded, you need high protein, high fiber, high fluid. Meat, veggies, water. Now, can the carbs help? Yeah. Does fats help? Sure. But these need to be the pinnacle. I make sure I have my fiber. Well, frankly, because if I'm eating high protein, I need the fiber to go to the bathroom. And I need the water to kind of push it out too. But the protein's there to build the muscle. The carbs are for the energy for the lift. The fibers to help the poo-poo. The water's to help keep me hydrated so I can keep stripping fat away from the body. And the fat macronutrient is to keep me full. So much. So much. Break it down very simply. Every meal, do I have protein? Do I have fiber? Am I drinking enough water? Start there, and if you're still hungry, keep going. Eat whatever you want. I don't care what a celeb swears by. They have chefs and trainers and a movie role forcing them to comply. We have real lives, so let's make food simple and effective. Use it for what it's meant for. Carbs are so amazing when you put them for your workout. Not skipping meals, not relying on juice cleanses, not hoping some fat-burning supplement fixes the issue. Fun fact, they don't. They don't. I was in that nonsense. I used to peddle that crap. Try this fat burner, Jen. Stop. You need to stop. So final thoughts. Stop overcomplicating it. If you want to get shredded in 30 days, you do not need to suffer. You just need to execute. Start where Chrissy did. Start in the basics. The 10-day fat blast, I teach everything that I just went over, and we teach it consistently. But think about if you did it for 30. What would happen? See, the problem with all these fads is people get impatient. They look for hacks. But the fittest people in the world aren't doing anything you can't do. They just show up day after day. They follow it for 30 days and oh my God, it works. And they keep doing it the rest of their life. So my challenge to you, stop chasing shortcuts. Start following what actually works. If you're interested or have questions on anything I've talked about today, please drop me a DM. And if you want to jump into my 10-day fat blast, where we teach all of these 30-day principles, I want you to drop the word blast, DM me the word blast, and I'll get with you. All right, guys. Matt will be back next week, I swear. We'll talk soon.